And welcome our next guest on the show. Varun Goel of Mirae Asset Investment Managers is with us. Varun, thanks so much for joining in. It's consumer, right? Last couple of weeks. It's been building actually since the RBI rate cuts, the income tax cuts, and now the GST cuts. You tell us, any changes in the portfolio? Have you been loading up on consumer, changing anything? Or you don't think that this requires too much of a tactical change?
Afternoon, Subhi. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I think, for the year as a whole, our sense is this is the year for domestic cyclical recovery in India. And we've been betting on earnings revival from 3% last year to more like 10-12% this year. So we continue to be constructive on domestic cyclical sectors like banks, NBFCs, auto, consumers, select capital good names, real estate. And that continues to be the theme. Of course, I think the GST cuts that have been announced are very strong, will strongly influence the earnings of the auto, consumer durable companies, cement companies going forward. And as such, we have marginally increased rates in some of these spaces. But we continue to believe that anyways, India is in the midst of a strong cyclical recovery. And hopefully, with the trade-related issues also expected to get settled in the next few months, we should see a good year as far as earnings are concerned.
So on consumer, since you mentioned, Varun, that you already have had exposure among a lot of the other segments, can you just narrow this down a little bit? Because auto stocks have done very, very well. Hotel stocks anyway were, they've been better performers, say, than staples. So again, what part of it do you think, there are gains beyond even maybe the immediate festive season pop?
Yeah, I think, auto, two-wheelers, four-wheeler, tractor space continue to do quite well. Our sense is the monsoons have been good. We expect a strong revival in agricultural income. So we continue to be very constructive on the farm equipment and the agricultural space. I think two-wheelers, again, there is a big price increase which happened post the change from BS4 to BS6. And now I think we are seeing a very big price cut, and that should go a long way in reviving two-wheeler demand. So I think definitely it's a big positive for auto space. I think even consumer durables, it's something that will benefit out of this. I think discretionary consumption in terms of services like hotels, hospitality, that's a sector which will continue to benefit, and as such we remain positive. As far as the more stable space is concerned, our sense is food and beverages being more discretionary in nature is something which will benefit more than the more stable categories.
Varun, just hold on for a second. We're getting the monthly inflow data.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.